So we're doing Q&A of Galaxy's Edge. We're so excited.
And hello to you guys too.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Insiders? How are you
Yes.
guys? We got 2 live streams
I'm
going.
looking for the live so we can read our
yeah,
comments.
we're pulling it up. Mom and Dad are amazing, and they're holding
They're
our
holding our
camera
cameras for us.
Yep.
So we're trying to
Here we are.
pull up our stream so that we can
Yeah, there we go. We are
There we
live.
go.
Very cool.
keep
I'm the first
interacting with you
comment.
guys.
Hey. So yeah, we just wanted to tell you guys a little bit
the
about
hat.
our an ad. No, we wanted to tell you guys a little bit about our Batuu adventures.
It was
Yes.
absolutely the most we could have ever wanted out of an adventure.
I want to give a few
Oh,
minutes
yeah,
for
it
people
was-
to.
Yeah.
Get
Let's just
in.
chit chat for a couple
Alright, we can
seconds.
chat. That's pretty much what we were initially doing, but we're at the Adventure Tower.
Yeah, we're at the Disneyland Hotel. It's pretty
We're,
awesome.
Yeah, heading down the lobby of the
The
Adventure
most
Tower.
important thing we're doing is
Dad.
the
Gosh.
most important thing we're doing is answering your guys' questions about Batuu.
Yeah,
So
and
anything
chatting a
you
little
wanna
bit about
know
what was going
about
on.
the land,
Mhm.
anything that you got questions, comments, concerns.
What about you, Cara?
Aw. That's so
Oh,
nice.
thank you.
Thank you.
They said you were amazing.
Thank you.
I really love the shops. All the shops were just amazing.
Yeah, what else? Tell us a little more about that.
Well, the Droid Depot wasn't just build your own droids, which I wasn't expecting. It actually had a lot of other merchandise. Like, they had an R2D2 head salad bowl that was really, really cool.
I might
That
have
was
they
very cool.
had one that was, tongs, but it was the legs of a droid.
Yeah,
It
that was
really
pretty
cool.
amazing.
They were pretty creative with their droid merchandise.
Not to mention the
Hi, Sam.
accessories
Hey.
were perfect.
So Princess Pirate Red asked if we crashed on the Millennium Falcon. Okay, so
Well,
we did not
No.
officially crash, but it was very dinged up.
It was a little bumpy, and we got a list of repairs that were needed. But we did earn credits.
We did
immediately.
earn credits.
We did not
Credits.
officially crash.
Oh,
So-
we kept our cargo.
Yeah,
We did,
we
we
did.
did.
We
So-
got
so we did not fail.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We did
crash
not.
is the wrong word.
We did not win with flying colors, so we did not fail either. It was
We
kind of
had
like one of
a,
those.
Definitely
bumpy
bumpy.
landing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely bumpy.
yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got shot down a few times. We had a
Hey,
couple
and somebody
crashes.
said that you get negative credits, and we had positive credits. We got like
Yeah.
Exactly.
6,600
A lot of
credits,
people
so
we
you know.
talked to were like
Um,
negative credits. I just moved.
okay. Scooch
Oh,
in a
yeah.
little bit. Kara, move to your right a little bit.
Perfect.
Right?
And Dad, if you could turn the
And
camera
then
a little
we'll
bit.
shift.
I did.
Just keep us
Perfect.
in the shot.
But yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, but hey, we earned the credits. That's like the good thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very easy to mistake for a coffee cup.
There did not seem to be any wedge items there. I did not see any, but
That would have been so cool.
that would have been really cool.
yeah.
All right, so Sam just asked, how do we choose what we want to do on the ride?
So it's pretty amazing. It's the most interactive thing we've ever seen. It's pretty much all your decision.
Oh no, but he's saying how do you decide where it sits? So when you
Oh,
sit down,
Yeah, you don't get to choose where you sit.
so yeah,
unless
so when
want to
you
trade with your
walk up,
Group.
you're going through Hondo's factory, right? And that's like the queue of the line is Hondo's factory.
Mhm.
Then he debriefs you on what your mission is going to be, which is
Yes.
pretty cool. And then as you walk through, they
Hand you cards.
right before you go into the Millennium Falcon and start riding, they hand you a card and they say this is you, this is you, this is you, and then you flip it over and it tells you what your position is on the ride.
Well, and you get a color, right? So
Yeah.
we were red 5, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there were
we
5
were
of
red
us, and it
five.
was
That
red.
Right.
That's my favorite thing.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, hey
And so,
everybody.
tell
Yeah,
us
the
who
best
got to
time.
do what roles.
Yeah, so Mom was a gunner.
No.
Or Mom
No,
was
Mom
a
was a
pilot.
pilot.
Sorry.
Mom and I were pilots. They were
we
gunners.
and Dad was an engineer.
Yep, it was pretty
Woo.
cool. Yep, it was pretty
Ooh,
awesome.
Good question from John.
Ooh.
All right. So thank you for watching earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you so much for watching our stream.
My favorite part of Galaxy's Edge, I really liked the journey it took you on, because the way they originally described Galaxy's Edge was that they wanted to take you literally like a Star Wars movie, where each section, instead of kind of like in Disneyland where it's a land, they wanted it to be a scene in a movie. And I think the way they did it, they have the entering, and then they have you enter and you see like the droid area where they have battle droids and everything. And then there's a First Order area, and then it goes to Rebels, and then it goes to Resistance.
Yeah, and you're literally like in the middle of a Star Wars movie, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they literally had like the Rebel base, right, which was like a bunker away from the city of Batuu, or of the Black Spire Outpost,
Black
which is
Spire
where
Outpost, yeah.
the
All the hustle and bustle. And
where the
market.
First Order has its strongest
lot-
grip on its citizens.
Yes.
It was a lot quieter over there because they were trying to stay undercover.
Yeah, they were.
That
So the rebel
and,
area was just peaceful.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and Lost Boys was there. They got the gunner position today. Good for you guys.
that's
Hope it
Congrats.
went
That's
well.
what Cara and I
It was
have,
really
yeah,
great
gunner.
meeting Jake. I have seen him online only.
Yeah.
And he and I chat and different things, and so I got to like actually meet him.
I know. It was so
Nice.
cool.
So
that
It
was
was so cool getting
It
to
was a
meet you
quick,
guys.
but you know,
Yes.
it was good. It was
Ooh,
good.
Yeah, we've been wanting to meet you guys for
Teresa.
forever, so it's so cool getting to say hi.
Mhm.
Is it similar to Mission Space in Florida?
No. Well, no.
No.
No,
I don't think
no. It
No.
is only similar to driving the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, you can't really compare it to anything.
It's
'cause
really not. I mean,
It's-
the only way it would be similar is yes, you
Unlike
do push
anything
buttons,
you've
but
ever
that is
seen
it.
before.
Think
Unlike
about it.
anything you've ever seen.
On every Disneyland attraction, there's never been 100% control, and this was pretty much that, as close as they
Yeah.
could get you.
To
Just-
100% control
Right,
of the
just
outcome.
by staying on
Uh-huh.
task still.
Yeah.
They kept you on
Um,
task, but let you have so much control. It was phenomenal. Whereas
Yeah.
I feel like Mission Space is a little more help out here. not
Yeah,
control.
Mission Space is pretty much the same. I mean, I love Mission Space, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But it's the same beginning and end no matter what you do. So
Right.
I think in that sense, not at all. It was amazing.
Yes.
This one is like another reality. You are controlling it. You control the outcome. You control how many credits you get for a certain
It's like
thing.
virtual reality without the uncomfortable glasses.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway,
Well,
Dave,
and just so you know, we have some awesome footage that'll come out tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
tell us about your video,
we
Eric.
GoPro'd.
it's hilarious. So I was, I was piloting the Millennium Falcon with my left hand, and with my right hand I had my GoPro, and so I'm steering and I'm trying to get all the action surrounding, and it's a pretty funny video because we're all like screaming to each other what we're supposed
Yeah,
to do.
we're like yelling back and forth, like, Mom, do it faster, pull up, show me into hyperspace.
Adam
How
lost
you
his
doing, Dad?
voice.
Yeah.
Adam lost his voice.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty hilarious. I still lost my
Anyways,
voice.
that's gonna be
I've
dropping
been
tomorrow.
screaming for
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah. But anyways, ooh, I like that question. So, what
Oh, it's actually. Oh wait, sorry. This first.
were the colors and details even more amazing in person than in pictures?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's just
When you're
stunning.
actually there in the Millennium Falcon, nothing is better.
To be specific, the colors, so obviously we've all seen the Black Spire outpost from outside, you know, whether it's from the train or from Thunder Mountain or whatever
Right.
it was, you could always see it. But when you're in there, nothing else exists.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. All the
To-
colors were a lot more muted in the atmosphere because that's how it is on Star
Batuu.
Wars. And
Right.
yeah, and
To-
all of it.
to expand for a second, it was like we were in a valley with mountains in the resistance area, and there was nothing surrounding but these giant rocks, and you couldn't see anything outside. You couldn't see the castle or the Matterhorn or anything, and so I think that was probably the most good thing to note.
Yeah.
Well,
So.
one of the things that was interesting to me is that it was a gray, almost rainy day when we got there
Yeah.
because we were
Yeah,
there
it
8
was.
a.m. to
Yeah,
noon,
it was still
right?
foggy.
And
It
so
was
we
still
had the
pretty
marine layer,
overcast.
and so
I give it kind of an eerie Rogue One kind of
it
feel.
really did. It really did. And then right as we were leaving is when the sun came out. And I actually looked at Adam or Eric at one point and said, "Oh my gosh, they heated this." And he laughed at me. He's like, "Mom, that's
It
the
was the
sun,
sun
burning."
coming
Yeah.
this."
There were two
Right.
suns out today,
The
so
sun,
it was
sun
way
Yeah,
is
hotter than
finally
usual.
there.
Yeah, and so, but that brought a little more of the color to life. So I do think one of the things that I thought throughout is the camera is not capturing whether it's the colors or the emotion.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm looking at our footage and I'm like, oh my gosh, that felt so much more amazing
More
to
amazing
me
than the video.
than the video
The
can
only thing
show
I think
you.
that is
Oh,
close
yeah.
to how amazing it actually was is the GoPro video because it's got like this first-person point of view perspective
Yeah.
of
Oh
everything.
yeah,
That's
it's
gonna
like,
be good.
It's,
And that's gonna be really amazing.
it's like you're
Yes.
seeing it through your own eyes.
Moving on.
all right.
Who was
so-
your favorite character?
No, wait. That,
Ooh,
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, someone.
No.
almost. Wait, let's do this
we're
one
almost
first.
there.
There,
We're
we
almost
just
that
gotta-
We're a
question.
little backlogged. People are asking.
It was
Let's do
not
that
close
one.
quarters at all.
I did not once
I
feel
mean,
claustrophobic.
You're all in there, but it's not a claustrophobic
It's really big.
feeling.
It's a really big.
Every area is ridiculously open.
Right.
Yeah, there were so many people in Galaxy's Edge, even in the ride, that they have so much space for everything in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Did it make you nauseous? I was not nauseous at all.
I was
think
nauseous,
there was.
but I don't.
That was a
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah, he was in the back of the bus.
Yeah,
He was in
that's
the
kind
back.
of his forte, though. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
He gets nauseous on
He doesn't
a
like
lot of
the
rides.
teeth.
I was too busy to be nauseous.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say,
know,
Yeah.
it was too
There
realistic.
It was
too
too,
much
like,
to
epic.
do.
there was so much coming at us, so the one thing I will say is that the takeoff was faster than I was
Yeah.
ready for, right? So I snapped in and I was trying to get, it's my first ride, so I'm trying to get the controls and what this is going to do, and
Yeah.
and you've never seen it before. You've seen it in the movies, right? But
Obviously, but it took off very quickly.
it took off
did.
really quickly,
You
and so.
like instantly jump into hyperspace.
And think about it. If you're running on a smuggler's run, you're jumping in the plane and taking off, right?
yeah.
So I
Right.
mean, that probably was pretty realistic.
Well,
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
line, it was really interactive because you could hear the workers in the facility talking back and forth to each other.
Yeah, it was just like
while they were
coworker
getting
talk.
the ship ready.
Yeah, that was
So,
really cool.
By the time you got in there, the ship is already prepped. You're just the one controlling it now.
Right, yeah, so they've already done all the prep for the ships. You just get in and it takes off.
All right.
Right.
Anyway, let's see. Yes, that would be cool. Oh, we got our jackets not in Galaxy's Edge.
We
at
actually
the Star
got them-
Wars launch bay.
The
Yes.
Star Wars launch bay.
Star Wars launch
A
bay.
few months ago, actually. We
Yeah.
saw 'em,
I-
we're like, this is
Turn it
perfect.
inside out.
Oh yeah, here, let me show you.
Stand
Here.
up.
It's
Here.
an orange. I got it.
Here.
Oh, okay. Check it out.
They do also have one in Galaxy's Edge, though. It's just a little bit thicker and not reversible.
Yeah.
And
Check
it's
it.
only orange.
So yeah, so it's a reversible jacket, and on the back, check it out. It has the rebel symbol.
Yeah.
A little hard to pick up on the camera, but there's a red outline of the rebel symbol that's
Oh yeah, it is hard to pick
kind
up.
of embroidered on the back of that.
But yeah, it's
so.
pretty cool.
I'll sit
It's
like this
it's
for
very
a
awesome. All right, let's
Hang like
see.
this.
Let's see.
Um,
It is definitely a photographer's
oh my
dream.
goodness.
Yes.
It's
Um,
amazing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there was nothing. You could not see anything but
Mm-hmm.
Batuu. Even the other Disneyland sounds and sights, you could not see from Batuu. It was pretty awesome.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, read the question so they
All right,
know
Cara, you
what
read
your
this.
answer.
Well, they just said like Walt wanted you couldn't see any surrounding buildings, and that's exactly right.
There aren't a lot of questions on this
Yeah,
one.
well, we
There's,
have some cool comments.
cool comments, though. It was great meeting you guys, Lost Boys and Girls. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
we met a bunch of people.
We,
Oh,
we
yeah.
we got to see Mr. Cheesy Pop. He was fun.
Oh, yeah,
we
that
got
was
to
awesome.
meet the head of Disney marketing. He was a really nice
Oh,
guy.
yeah, they were
really,
great.
really nice.
That was a
Um,
highlight for me.
yes.
He was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
So this one's important. They said, were you able to enter right at your reservation time, or was there a delay because there were so many people? No, not at all.
Not a
Actually,
delay.
We were
they
actually in like 15 minutes early.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
it was-
I mean,
they had
Not-
it almost as a corral.
yeah,
Not
it was
quite.
very much
Right.
like a Run Disney where they took you in one giant group at a time. And so if
It
you
was
got,
literally
okay.
everybody.
This group, go.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that was at least for the 8 a.m. first end of the day. I don't know. By the
I
end of
don't
the
know
day,
how
it
they
might
do
be
it.
more backlogged.
Yeah.
But they
um,
checked us all before any of us were allowed, and once they checked literally everybody, we just were all let in.
How cool was
Well-
it to see that wall down today?
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
so many videos, so many visits there.
Yeah, to
we
the
have taken so many pictures in front of that wall, and now it's just gone.
Right?
yeah, and they're like,
amazing.
nope, that wall would never be back. It's like, whoa.
It's
Well,
like,
and
ooh.
I actually really
back to
liked
the
the wall.
question on the delay. The people, remember we saw the 11 o'clock wave come in when we
Yeah,
were there?
Right?
And so I was really impressed with, I mean, it was just like 2 till 11 and that whole wall of people came in.
Exactly.
And they didn't, I mean, there was plenty of room, like you said.
Oh yeah, there was so much.
But it
space
was
for everyone
clearly
there.
that they had
But
just
yeah.
gotten there, right? Because
Yeah.
they were in the, we need to go get in line. And we had been there a couple hours and kind
Right,
of, and you could
right.
tell that the people that came in with us, we'd seen and kind of had the lay of the
We've
land.
been there.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
we've been
Yeah.
there for a few
All right,
hours.
now
to
we know
kinda
where
get
we're
what was
going. We
going
can't
on.
calm down. They're like, nah, let's go.
Dude,
One thing was funny, Eric and I talked about though, and that was
Yeah.
for the first time in how many years we were in Disneyland and we didn't really.
I know we had to ask where the bathroom
know where
was.
it
Like,
Never
this is so weird.
Okay,
I've never
okay,
had
I
to
need a
ask for
Coke.
bathroom
Where do
names.
I need to go? Can you tell me,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Well,
So-
and the signs is very like native to Batuu, so you don't even really know. I mean,
There's no pointers.
mean-
Because it's all just, here's the bathroom.
Yeah.
well, and everybody, all the cast members are in character.
every cast member
Every
is a
cast
character
member
on
is
Okay,
Batuu.
so they're residents of Batuu. They're not cast members.
Right.
And they
It was-
talk to you in the negative language, and even their English is a little different.
Yeah, well, and it was
Right.
really hilarious though because there were two citizens who were just in the middle of a fight. One was a janitor and one was like a regular cast member, and they were like in a fight about cleaning stuff up, which you would never see at a Disney park. But
No.
then that was what their characters
Because they were
doing.
citizens
Yeah,
of the two. It was
they were-
perfect.
it was-
Yeah,
Oh yeah, remember that somebody had dropped blue milk and
Yeah.
he blamed it
Uh-huh.
on a leaky droid, and they shouldn't allow those trash buckets around or something.
Right,
Oh my god, it
exactly.
was
It was
hysterical.
so
It was
funny.
so
It was
great.
but
really
they were
fun.
in this like massive fight over a spilled drink on the floor. It was so funny.
Well, somebody
But
asked
yeah.
earlier about the milk. Did you have the blue milk or the green milk?
We had the
Oh,
blue
we had
milk,
We
blue
had
milk.
the blue milk.
and it was
Um,
delicious.
Very
Amazing.
good. Tasted kind of like bubblegum.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
a fan.
Someone compared it to Skittles.
Skittles, I
Kind
can
of.
see it. I
It's
can
very
see
like
it.
bright.
No,
I thought it was like the
Bubblegum.
the blueberry Slurpee is what it sounded.
Yeah,
the
it
taste of
tasted
Oh
it.
yeah,
like
a
a
little
Slurpee.
Slurpee.
But it wasn't
Alright.
icy.
Oh.
What would we do?
Yes, Paige. It was crowded but well controlled, so that nothing seemed overbearing.
Yeah,
Right.
like literally, Smuggler's Run got all the way down to a 20-minute wait. So that was like
So that was
amazing.
Yeah,
We
it was
were in
good.
and out of there.
All right, let's keep going
Um,
on these questions. The first thing you want to do again.
Oh wait,
probably
Actually, before that, we
Oh.
have. Did you use the Disney Play app, and do they have Wi-Fi at Galaxy's Edge? I did not search for Wi-Fi. Probably should have.
Yes,
But-
it was good
We
cell
kinda-
connection.
Great
Forgot
cell
to.
service,
Good cell service, definitely good cell service.
and the app was amazing.
Tell us that from our earlier live streams.
Yeah, but the app was absolutely spectacular. It literally like everything you did was
Oh, yeah.
so.
I think one of our
Immersive.
future
Yeah.
visits we'll do a little
of
more
the
app.
We really didn't
more
do a
on
lot of
the
the app
We'll
this
probably
time.
do a couple episodes on the app so you guys can see what's going on.
We didn't have the lay of the land again, so I think the app was a
Exactly.
little
Yeah.
difficult to pull in. I had it up a couple of times and it looked really great.
Right, exactly.
But again, I'm still trying to figure everything out, and
Right.
and
Yeah.
really for us that is so unusual to just we're totally out of our element.
Right.
Yeah.
You've never seen it before. It's not how you expected it. When they put Cars Land in, it was still Disney, right?
Right. See,
Right.
yeah. Well, it's funny when they did Cars Land, we've seen the movie a million times, and so we
you
knew where everything was.
Everything was.
But with Batuu, it's the first time we've ever seen it.
Yeah,
It's the first time we've
exactly.
ever seen the planet of Batuu.
Very.
It was very
exciting.
amazing.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
next
so
question.
anyways, what's the first thing you would want to do again? Definitely Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
Because-
Maybe build your own lightsaber.
Build your
Yes,
own
but
lightsaber would
That's
be
not
We
again.
didn't.
That's not again.
new.
But that's new.
But that is something that we're going to be doing.
Again, I would really like to talk to Ray and Chewie again. That was awesome.
Yeah,
They were
just,
so
They were
cool.
really fun.
It was great. They
then
had
obviously-
a lot of great.
It was so
stories.
funny when I walked up to Chewbacca. He said, "Hey, have you flown an X-wing before?" Right, and I said, "No, I haven't flown an X-wing, but I just got off flying the Millennium Falcon. It was
Wait,
pretty
how
amazing."
did he say that?
Yeah.
And he pointed at the X-Wing.
Yeah, and so I was like, "Oh, cool." And I was like,
He's
"Well," and then he like went to this, grumbled, and then pointed at the X-wing. So I was like, "Well, I have not flown an X-wing, but I just got off the Millennium Falcon. That
then he
thing
was
flies
like,
really
"Whoa."
well." And then he got mad, and then I have video of it. I'll post it later. He threatened to tear my arm off. He
Yeah.
was like,
he did. He very, very clearly that was I'm gonna
Yeah.
rip your arm
he
off.
grabbed me here and pulled like that. And I was
Yeah,
like,
and the other thing.
My arm is about to come off. That's not good.
That's why
And
you
then-
let the Wookiee win.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
yeah.
You don't mess with Chewbacca's shit.
All right, so Paige wants to know how many more times
Oh,
you'll be
yeah,
going
yeah.
in June, and when all your videos will be dropping.
All right. So, good
Okay.
question.
Yes. Who wants
We
to start?
have multiple.
We
have multiple
entrances.
reservations.
because
It's
We're very fortunate,
We
but
are,
you get
yes.
one per email, and then
And
you
there's
can,
five
five
of
people.
us. You can add each other.
and then you add each other onto your email, and then
So
some
we will
friends
be
gotta
in the
send.
park again tomorrow for another
Yes,
4-hour
tomorrow,
run.
5 to 9 p.m.
5 to 9
Be sure
p.m.
to
We will
join
be
us.
there
us.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
in there, it's gonna be awesome.
And while we're there, we're going to be filming episodes, and then from there, we'll edit them and post them as soon as possible.
Yes.
Right, and we
should
have some coming
one-
out tomorrow.
some
Yeah.
should- yeah, our Smuggler Run Ride On, Ride Along will be up tomorrow.
Yep, and then we need to do a food review and stuff, which we haven't even done yet, because the Oga's Cantina had a 2.5-hour line. It was longer
Oh, jeez, it was
than
crazy.
anything else in the park.
Yeah.
I have so many episodes to film.
Actually, one of the cast members told me that they try and cap the line at an hour
Yeah.
and discourage you. And so the gentleman said he stands at the 1 hour point and he encourages you to go do something else and come
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
and
To the
most
cantina.
People didn't
Oh,
listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they tried, right?
They do, yeah.
Try.
All right, what's next?
All right. Is there anything you would have liked to have seen added to the ride? I really can't say that because there were endless possibilities.
You know, before I rode the ride, there were things I wanted them to change.
But
after I rode the ride, it was
It
absolutely
was
perfect.
like, no,
Oh, yeah.
that's
So,
just okay.
It was absolutely perfect. So there's
couldn't
nothing I would
see
have changed.
Ooh, this
what they
one's
would've
cool.
changed.
Okay, so I would have liked a training session, right?
Oh.
So
Oh,
I would
yeah.
have liked to have gone into a room,
Like a little.
like had a quick.
Here's how.
Here's how
Here's how it
works. You know, like
This is what
we.
you're gonna do.
If you're joining Han Solo or Rey or whoever in
Right,
this, or
here's what you
Chewie,
do.
could you imagine Chewie? You know,
Oh, yeah.
just kind of grumbling at us as we go through and telling us what
But see,
to do.
and it was all done by Hondo, which was really interesting. It was really cool. He's a space pirate, so it was perfectly set up for the smugglers.
Oh, he
run.
was amazing.
The
The
animatronic.
animatronic.
Yeah.
Was so
was
fantastic.
I thought
Yeah,
it was a real
we'll
person.
have that snippet out too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I literally
so-
thought it was a real person. It was amazing.
Well, and they time the interactions. You know, it's, you know, I know I'm dating myself here, but Tiki Room.
Dad, do you want to get one? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No?
that's good.
Alright.
You guys can just hear me. You don't need to see me. I've been up a long time. So at the Tiki Room, you know how they always start by going up to Jose, and it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
they make you
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
interactive. So when you're in with Hondo,
Yeah,
They-
the guy
it's-
was talking to Hondo
right.
like they were.
Oh, yeah.
interacting.
right? Every time someone new came in, Hondo knew. Okay, welcome new recruits, right? And then it was there was something that
Yeah.
that happened, and so he's interacting with the noise that's happening in the mechanic bay.
Right.
And then when it was
Yeah.
time for us to go, he's like, "Hey, get out of here! If you're not back with that, I'm, hunting you down," or whatever it was he said. And
Yeah.
so I felt
Then
like
he
that
was out.
interaction
True.
to the timing of
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Right.
Really
And
good
we were the
timing.
timing. It wasn't mechanical
No.
timing. It was like human.
Yeah. No, don't
Yeah.
worry, Paige. You can
Don't
ask as
worry,
many
Paige.
questions as you want.
Questions are
Yes,
welcome.
keep
It's what
asking.
this video is for.
But yeah, I know it was
Started
so
cute.
interactive. Like literally, Hondo was so cool, and
Yeah.
he was talking to other people, and we actually, the line was backed up, so we got to stay through Hondo's spiel 2 or 3 times, and it was.
It didn't
made it all
repeat
the
though.
better.
It didn't. Yeah, it was totally different the 2
It
times.
was.
He said the same information, but in a different way both times.
It was
right.
impressive.
The inflections were changed for each.
Yeah, it was just way different.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, moving on. What characters did you meet or interact and walk
Wait.
and see walking around?
Yeah, we met
Ray and
Stormtroopers.
Chewbacca, obviously.
What about you, Cara?
Chewbacca, Ray, and Stormtroopers. There was somebody else walking around, but I
Kylo
never
Ren was there.
talked
He
to her.
didn't come out as
Right.
often as Stormtroopers, but Kylo Ren was there.
Yep, it was pretty sweet.
Well, and the cast,
They were
cast
all
the
were
there.
residents,
Yeah.
really
the residents
characters.
are all in
residents really
character.
felt like
They really
characters,
were
so
all
they were like
In
actually
their own
hundreds of
like
characters.
characters.
And there were even some characters in the park that
But-
were residents, but were characters, but were
Yeah.
like that was cool
were-
because it's like the character like Chewbacca, but he's actually from Batuu, right? It was
Yeah.
really
Right.
cool. And not just
Exactly.
like a cast member.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, Cara, any good shopping out there?
All right, this is all
Oh,
you. Take it over.
Oh my goodness, the shopping
Tons.
was amazing. There was this whole marketplace that was like almost a bazaar. You had on one spot the Black Spire Outfitters filled with all your Jedi robes and tunics and all that great stuff. Then you had the Toydarian Toy Maker, which is great for all the younger kids, so you can get. They had Star Wars games like you see them play in the movies. They had instruments like you see in the cantina, and they had dolls that looked like they were made on Batuu. It was amazing. And
Yep.
the creature stall was it's so cool. There were so many different creatures than we've seen. There was a lot of creatures that were actually from the animated series too, which is what I really liked. And they were all, it was really, really well done. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's Droid Depot that I loved, and Doc Ondar's had so much stuff. I am just, wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
it was
sounds
well
really cool.
every little
Well,
thing, right?
So we have a couple questions from our friend Paige. She
All right.
said, let's see.
Okay.
Oh, good night.
Good night.
Oh,
All right, Paige said, how many more times do you be going? You guys said.
Also-
oh,
No,
no.
and then-
Her next set of questions is about the
Are the
lightsabers.
lightsabers-
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
the lightsabers are different from the lightsabers that you
Way
build in
different.
Tomorrowland. For one thing, they are $200.
Yeah, instead of 50.
Yeah, they're
you know,
definitely
but,
pricier,
but they're metal
way-
lightsabers
It's
way
like-
and
higher
not.
quality.
You get to put your own kyber crystal in it. You pick the design and the style of the hilt.
Yeah.
It's all
Well, those hilts were something else.
Oh,
my
yeah, they
God,
were
it's
amazing.
super
What's
They were
actually
amazing.
cool is that the hilts are detachable so that you could carry it on your belt
On
like
your
a
belt
Jedi.
like a
Yeah.
Jedi.
And then
And
when you're
then-
ready to take it out for photos, you could take
Twist
it
on
you
the-
could twist on
Yeah.
the blade and be ready.
Yeah.
Plus, they make this one more of an experience where in Tomorrowland, it's literally
Mm-hmm.
just the parts and someone helps you and you put it together and then you're like, bam, and you go buy it. Whereas this, you pay to get in and then they take you in and everybody gets to do it and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool. I can't wait to do it.
Yeah, it was
And
pretty
as for
spectacular.
the droids, there is one other thing. They are movable. There is there is a remote. They'll beep. You can move their head around, but they do not encourage that you drive your droids around
In Batuu.
in
Yes.
the Black Spire outpost.
Yeah,
on
so,
Batuu.
but you're totally allowed to.
But
It does move.
it does
you
move.
just can't do it
You just
at-
can't do
on
it
Batuu.
there.
But, well, and our friend Taylor got one.
Mom,
Oh,
they
yeah.
said they
It
want
kind
you
of
on
just-
camera. Come on, Jack, smile for the camera. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, our friend Taylor actually got one, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
we got to play with it a little bit, and you.
And see the head swivel around, hear the noises.
There's like
Yeah.
5 different parts, and you actually screw it in. It like goes by on a conveyor belt. You pick it off, and then you assemble your droid, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, so they're asking about the parent swap system for Galaxy's Edge.
I think it still
I
applies.
think- The same rules
fairly
apply.
certain it still applies.
There was no, obviously, because like everything in Batuu is not an attraction, it's just a thing that you go do.
Right.
So there were not specific
Regulations. in
regulations and rules
Right.
the way that they usually have it. But I'm sure they'd be fine with
Yeah,
the
they
parent
probably have a
swap.
parent swap. Most normal Disney rules.
Oh, I saw
apply
that. I
secretly.
saw a pair swap at the end of Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
see?
you know what? That was so funny because what happened was the residents.
Right, the residents
there
were-
were 4 residents, and they were standing with guests that had 2 little ones in a stroller,
Ah.
and
Right.
the mom, and they had a special necklace.
Right,
I
right,
don't
right.
know.
And
Yeah,
they, like,
it was.
give it to 'em
Yeah,
and walk
it wasn't like
through
the
and-
it wasn't like
It
the
wasn't
red
the
piece of paper. It
usual,
wasn't the
you know,
normal
Yeah.
stuff,
like
right?
trademarked bag.
Right? And
Yeah, yeah,
so then when I looked back, the dad was standing there.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And the mom had left. So clearly that was at the end of the ride and they'd done the parent swap thing.
Yeah,
So that's so
exactly.
funny. Until you asked that question, I wouldn't have realized
Yeah,
what was
no,
happening.
that was what a parent
Yeah.
swap was.
Yeah,
And
so
so
perfect.
so it's all disguised.
Long
Yeah.
story short, yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What's next?
Rise of Resistance is going to be amazing. It's going to be about a
Yes.
30-minute experience.
Yes, that's what's
Yes.
cool. Is that it's literally like most roller coasters. I think Space Mountain is like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Rise of the Resistance is 30 minutes long.
yeah, it's really
It's
When
incredible.
you
ridiculous.
go to the Rebel base on Batuu, you can see the start of the line for the ride, and they are all set up. They have their fast pass system ready. They have their minute
But it's
sign
all
up.
disguised too.
But yeah,
Always.
exactly. Everyone, instead of your normal scanner, it has it's just a circle with the Rebel symbol on it.
Right. But no, it was really amazing. It's this giant area, and they have this like massive line because they're expecting
yeah.
huge weights, and it literally like snakes its way through like a field and a valley and a waterfall, and
Let's
then you
just
go
say
down into the base
The
and
line
they down there.
itself was so long that we couldn't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. We were just looking at line and we couldn't even see into.
They're preparing
the ride.
for a lot of people.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Rise of Resistance is definitely. I thought it had a longer native line than Smuggler's Run did by far, because I think that's what they're expecting to be the bigger attraction, which I don't even know how they're gonna be able to top Smuggler's Run, but apparently they're planning on it, which is gonna be
Apparently, it's all we
amazing.
can hope for.
Let's see.
What's
All
next?
right.
Let's go here. Hi, Kristen.
Hi,
how are
Kristen.
you?
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Hi, hugs from the planet of Batuu.
Yes.
Yes.
Or actually, at the moment, the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah, let's see. Galaxy's Edge details. Alright, so what
yes.
part of Galaxy's Edge really wowed us?
You could obviously say the
All of it?
Falcon just
The
because.
immersion. The immersion. I was on the planet of Batuu. I was not in Disneyland. I was not in the
No.
theme park.
Disneyland
I was
like
on a
didn't
new
exist.
planet.
It felt like you weren't in Disneyland. You were on Batuu.
Yeah, and what was really cool is that when we were doing the shopping, all of the tags on all of the articles said like made from the Black Spire Outpost or whatever.
There was no made in China.
There was no made in China. There was
Yeah.
there was no lounge fly on the lounge fly
I
backpacks.
have a Loungefly purse. I haven't brought it down yet that I got there, but it was obviously Loungefly because of the style.
But it did not
But
say
it never
Loungefly.
said Loungefly anywhere. It said the Black Spire Outpost.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that was my
was
favorite part. Is that
pretty
That's what
amazing.
wowed us the most was the isolation.
yeah,
Right.
the fact that you're like in this planet.
Sorry.
Oh
It's a little
boy.
shaky while I power up here.
Oh here, I
Oh
got
yeah.
you.
1 second.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
We have phone batteries.
Thank you, John. Good night.
Yeah, thank you for all the questions. We appreciate it.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
kill her over here.
Oh,
And
oh
then,
wait. As they say in Batuu,
Oh.
rising stars.
No, Rising Moons.
Rising moons.
Rising
Till
Moons.
the spire.
No, that's see you
that's
later. What's good
goodbye.
night?
Good night is
Well, there's good evening, but that's more of a
Rising
greeting.
Moons.
Rising
is good
Moons.
evening.
Rising moons. I
Rising
guess.
moons.
Yeah, rising moons. Anyways, part of what he was asking about what wowed us, he gave us examples, and I want to give a shout out to the animatronics.
Oh my
Yeah.
Because honestly, Hondo was so real.
Oh yeah.
He had joints for every piece.
Yeah,
instead
and
of-
like when he walked, he like stepped. He like actually physically
it
stepped.
was like a
in
heel
his
toe
mouth.
step.
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
really impressive.
It was more than you could have expected.
And in the creature stall, they had a couple different animatronic creatures, but they had a lock cat sleeping in a cage, and its tail was moving, and it was breathing, and it was making all these little animal noises, and its feet were twitching, and it was just so lifelike.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a good question here.
Alright, what's on the agenda for tomorrow? I wish I could answer that because
Yeah.
every day is different,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we are going in with
I
the
have
set
2
list.
goals. My 2 are 3 goals.
Okay.
My 3 goals is Oga's Cantina, build your own lightsaber, and Smuggler's Run again.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
on our agenda. I'm not sure if we'll actually do it, but that's the goal for tomorrow.
And
That
Yes.
what
is-
to do.
So those are the things that we haven't done yet, and then you have to do Smuggler's Run again.
Exactly. And then we're also going to make sure that we get episodes down because today was very live stream heavy, so tomorrow we're going to be still live streaming. of
I want more
course.
food tomorrow.
But we're going to do a lot of episodes.
Yes,
It'll be fun.
a lot of this stuff today was breakfast, and so what's going to be cool about
Right,
going tomorrow
to
evening
see-
is it's going to be
It's
their
going to be
dinner
their
foods.
dinner food,
It's
so
gonna
it's,
be
it's totally
actual-
different.
Dinner food, not just breakfast.
And we're going to get to see the sunset on Batuu. Like, how
That's
cool
the
is that?
suns.
Yeah, the
Sunset.
sunset. The
Sunsets.
sunset on Batuu.
Suns.
Let's see,
Alright.
any more questions?
Let's look over here.
What is bad? Dark said. Oh, so lightsaber. The
Oh.
lightsaber is not.
Ah,
Well,
What's the question?
We have a
so
good-
we have a friend over here, Paige, who said, "Is the lightsaber an actual ray of light, or is it plastic like in Tomorrowland?" Neither.
neither.
it's a very
It's-
good mix.
It's a very good mix of.
Glass tube.
It's like glass instead of plastic.
It's
right?
hard to explain. You kind of have to see it for yourself.
You have to see it for
I
yourself.
really don't
It
know.
really looks. So I saw somebody that
It
had
won't
them out,
cut through a wall. But
No.
It's safe.
It's safe,
Right.
but you can.
but it
It'll
glows.
look-
It
it
glows
glows.
from across the
Yeah.
way. So
So there are so many people taking photos and turning them
There
on, and
is
it's like
No
whoa.
other way to explain
Yeah.
it. You have to really see it for yourself.
All right, so something cool here. Advice that we can give Priyanka here. So my friends are dragging me into Star Wars, and as a non-fan, I feel incredibly confused. That makes a lot of sense.
I can.
I
Well,
mean-
okay.
Because I'm
I
trying to
can
think.
see that, yes.
Because Star Wars has
Um,
existed in my mind like since I was born, so I don't really have a seeing it.
Well,
I mean, I
okay.
do.
So actually, I think it'll work. I think you'll still love it because
Oh,
what
yeah.
you do is amazing, and there a lot of the things in Galaxy's Edge, like Hondo and some of the other things, are geared towards the animated series, and there are some
Right.
long-term fans that have no idea that there even
Yeah.
is an animated series,
Right.
and so they're a
You
little
never
like,
turned on Disney Channel.
yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
who's that guy? Why is he here? You know,
And
they
if-
ask those same questions,
Right.
but they still enjoy
Right.
the experience
You give
of being
yourself
there.
the understood. This is what it is, and you take it, and this is a character, and you get in your own character of being in the Star Wars area.
Yeah.
It ends up not being that bad.
And if
Should-
you get confused about anything, I'm sure the residents will be happy to help you. The residents
Yeah, you
will
can
too.
ask the residents. They've all heard about the
They've
myths,
heard
the stories of
all
Luke
the stories,
Skywalker.
the legends, all that good
They've
stuff.
watched all the documentaries about the Star Wars characters, so they know everything
Oh,
there's
yes.
fans.
Don't you think
Oh.
Priyanka should just watch all 8 movies? before
You
she-
should definitely
Yeah.
watch it.
That's the best
That's what I would
thing to
do, but like...
oh, or watch Adam's episode of Star Wars Express.
Yeah, see, so at Disneyland they have the... what is
they
They
it
did.
used
called?
to. It's gone now.
It's
Ah.
gone now. They used to have
Something of the
basically a
Force.
summary.
What was it called?
it was
Path of
called
the Jedi.
Path of the Jedi, which is
It
a
was
summary of all the movies. And like,
Oh, that's got to be
it was
online
really
somewhere
quick. It was really
Yeah.
quick. It
Yeah,
was really good
I
though.
mean,
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
but anyways, I think you will still love it. Long
Yeah.
story short, I think you'll still love Batuu. What you do is amazing. It's so interactive. It's literally you're going to another planet. You won't get all of the Star Wars references, but you'll get the big picture, which will be
You'll-
really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a fun place.
Yeah, it's just all around
It's
amazing.
entertaining.
It's just entertaining. No matter it. If you're not a fan now, it might make you a fan. So
Yeah.
be prepared for like the rest of your life has changed. But like, I think it'll be good.
It changes Disney
Yes.
as you know it.
Yes, there's no such thing as a cast member on Batuu. They're all just
yes.
native residents.
of
They are
Batuu.
residents.
Even
And-
the shoppers are there trying to make a living selling their merchandise. I
Oh,
wish
yeah.
you could barter, but you can't.
I mean, you can barter with Doc Ondar, but he talks in an alien language, so you have to have your play app out ready to scan.
You
and
do.
I've heard he's very hard on his prices.
Yeah, he is. He
Yeah.
is. All right, let's see.
So
Snack
can
time.
we talk about the exit when the second wave of people came in? Amanda wants to know
Oh
how
yeah.
smooth it was when they brought in the next wave of people and how they did it.
I
Uh,
thought it was very.
It was very.
it was
very
it was
smooth.
obviously a massive wall of people,
You could definitely like.
You could see the
them
line.
coming.
And
but
yeah.
they came in 3 hours in, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
you get 2 hours by yourself, and then about 2 hours of the next group, and then so that's kind of how they do it.
Unless it's opening or closing on either end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For us at 8 a.m., we got 2 hours to ourselves,
Three.
which was nice.
Three.
3 hours to
3 hours.
ourselves.
And then we shared 11 to noon.
Yeah, but it was really smooth. It didn't really affect us that much.
Yeah.
There's definitely a wall of people that came in
Definitely
right
a
at
wall
11,
of
You
people.
could, you
and
could
they were
watch
running
them.
to the line.
But
so they
you
were-
you could only see the wall for about 0.2 seconds.
Right,
And then
because
it
it
was gone.
just
And then
right.
and then we all merged.
And
By the
they
time-
didn't actually rush us out.
No, not
Right?
at all.
If you're in line or you're doing whatever, but
Yeah.
but all the transactions have to stop, and they just
Right, so like
encourage
we
you
were
out.
shopping when it ended, and so we got to finish our shopping. But then once we finished shopping, we could walk out of Batuu, and there was no rush at all. I mean, there was no rush even a little bit. We could take our time leaving as long as we were heading towards the door in a
Organized fashion.
organized
yeah.
fashion. We were allowed to
As-
take our time.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us take a photo though, remember?
Yeah,
No.
so then we tried to stop and say, hey, well, can we take our photo here since we're walking by? And they said
They're like,
no,
no.
because
No,
we're
we're not
wristbands.
allowed because it's a wrong color wristband.
Yep,
Yeah.
so they did. So at that point, we can't do anything new, but we can take our time leaving, which is nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright, cool.
Eric, snack time
Ooh.
question. Go.
How many foods or drinks have you had so far, and which one was your favorite? I think I've had 3 drinks in total so
Right.
far. My favorite is definitely still blue milk because it has, of anything, which is kind of funny because it's literally like milk, which is so, well, it's not actually milk, but the concept
Yeah, the
of milk,
concept of
Right.
it's
Of its
like milk.
milk.
It actually
It's-
tastes like a
yeah.
slushy.
It
Right.
does.
but the concept of milk being something that's so exciting to me just because it's Star Wars milk.
And blue.
Blue,
Right.
right? And that makes it so like Luke Skywalker, and that made it all the more exciting to try because it was known in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it was really good. We did not try the green milk, but we'll have to check it out.
Yes.
We'll have
try
to check
that.
it out next time, but we have not tried
Oh,
it
I
yet.
tried it.
Yeah, what do
I
you
tried
think?
it.
Not as good as blue
Not
milk.
as good as blue
No.
milk.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
expecting it to be.
That's what I've heard.
I couldn't
That's why-
finish it, and I would have totally finished your blue milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to get the last drink at the blue milk, right? Yeah, I got the last drink at the blue milk. That was cool.
Anyway,
So yeah, this has been fun. We have
Yeah,
had literally
we're
the best
loving this.
experience in the entire world, and we cannot wait to go back tomorrow and
Yes.
do it all again
And-
with
oh, yeah.
you guys.
yes,
on
make
our
sure to
side.
join us tomorrow. We'll
Be
be
sure
doing.
we'll be live
what we did
streaming,
today.
videoing.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, to wrap up,
Yes.
pick a thing, shopping, adventure, and snack time. Pick a thing to tell somebody who has a reservation
Yeah.
happening in the next,
Like
give
what they
them
should
your
do.
one tip.
All
Go
right.
to the Droid Depot for shopping because that has the best accessory merchandise.
Lots of selections.
Yeah. Also, Doc Ondars if you want any of your ancient Jedi or Sith memorabilia.
Right.
It'll be great.
Because Doc Ondars was 100% Star Wars related, whereas the Droid Depot had more like merchandise.
Yeah, exactly. Which is pretty cool.
You know what, Doc Ondars, I would tell you was my favorite.
Yeah.
That was my
Right.
Yeah,
that was my
really good.
biggest surprise.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, they had the marketplace, which I thought was cool. That was very like you're in like a literal like street fair, which was very cool.
Mhm.
But the merchandise, it had a street fair vibe, so it
Right.
didn't have the best selection, but it had the coolest vibe. If that makes sense.
It had
Yeah.
a good selection. I thought it had a good selection, but
Yeah.
it was hard to get to that selection.
Yeah, and it was overcrowded.
Yeah.
Well, not over.
Not overcrowded.
That part was
but,
crowded
like,
because it was like the popular like strip of shops.
Yeah.
You know.
But
All right,
yeah.
your recommendation, adventure.
Let's see. My recommendation. Well, Smuggler's Run, obviously, that was the best.
Yeah.
So I've heard a lot of people saying that the best position is the pilot. However, as the gunner, I was enjoying it so much, and Dad even said that he loved his position as an engineer. And so, the only people that said that they wouldn't want to be anything but the pilot were people that were only the pilot. So
Right.
for me, I was like, I don't want to be anything but the gunner because I want to increase my kill count. I want to increase my this. So I think go in, enjoy it, no matter what your position is. Just go in and don't think about anything else. Just let yourself be absorbed in Batuu and their lifestyle and their lingo and the fact that it's real. Just go there and enjoy being on Batuu.
Yes.
That's my biggest
Exactly.
recommendation.
For food, my biggest recommendation is to go to Oga's Cantina first. That's my number one
If you're a
recommendation.
foodie. If you're a foodie.
Because the way they have it set is you can get there, and they're very efficient in there, so you can get there and they'll get you like excited because there's like the dance party in there, and there's alcoholic beverages for those of age. But I've heard that makes the experience all that more exciting.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Right.
But they
The
have a
more
limit
point-
of 2 drinks per person.
They
Yes,
do.
yes,
they
they
do.
do.
Well, and they get you in and out pretty quickly. It said
Yeah,
like
yes.
45
For a
minutes.
while, they had like a 45-minute window before they kicked you out. I think that's what
Yeah,
they said.
45
But that means
minutes.
that they're really rolling the food through
Yeah.
really quickly in there, which is really nice.
But they make it really fun is the main point, and I think that's a good way to start off your adventure. Because Oga's Cantina is like the main restaurant.
Right. Right.
Yes,
Ah,
we'll totally show you around
So
page.
Paige is coming to Galaxy's Edge after the reservation period. It will probably be pretty
It'll probably
insanely
be
crowded.
more
It'll-
crowded.
But we are very
Um,
excited to show you Galaxy's Edge. I think you guys are gonna love it.
Yes, we'll
They're
gladly
still
hang
going to
out.
have an online.
She actually arrives when we have our last reservation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Check
so you
that
guys
out.
get to check it out. You guys are get
Yeah.
to come to Galaxy's Edge, and we will
Sick.
happily give you a tour. It'll
Yes,
be so much
that'll be
fun.
great.
Totally, that would be
Sounds
awesome.
Yeah, that's
Right.
gonna be a blast.
All right, I think
All right,
that's
I think that's about it.
yeah, that is all. Thank
Think
you.
All right. So would you do it again tomorrow?
I am.
Totally.
Yes,
We're
we
gonna
are
do it
again and again and
And
again.
again and again, we're gonna be there as
We're
much as we
going-
can.
All right.
So ready.
All right. Well, thank you
Thank
all
you,
so much for
Insiders.
watching
Yeah,
Insiders.
May the force be with you and till the spire. Bye.